Hello, everyone. My name is Eric Braza. I'm
What's
with
up?
LA rapper Trey.
Yup. Yup. What's up with you, bro?
We're doing well. How
I
about
can
yourself?
see it in your eyes, you think that I'm heartless. Really just a man and my conditioning is hardened. Niggas always talking about some shit that they don't know. And niggas always gossiping about
Doing
bitches
well.
they
How about
know.
yourself?
I'm well, bro. Happy Wednesday to you.
Happy Wednesday to you too.
hmm
All
hmm
right. Where can they find you?
You looking for me, bro? Shit, I'm everywhere you looking for real. I got Twitter, I got Instagram, Twitter, Trey LA Music, Instagram, hey, HEY dot Trey. Just hit me up anytime. I'm there. My DMs is open.
All right, let's get into it.
For sure that. For sure that.
First question I want to ask is how
Mm.
has hip hop made an impact in the current state of the world?
Shit. Damn, you starting with a big one too.
Uh,
I think hip hop is like any other cultural form. You know what I mean? So I think that hip hop has given like the world a new way of looking at things and like a new way of being. Because that's all culture is. You feel me? Like culture is just, you finding a way to exist. You know what I mean? So it kind of just gave us like a more contemporary formulation to like how we should articulate ourselves or how we could articulate ourselves. You feel me?
Feeding off that,
Mm.
what did you listen to growing up?
Shit. I was on like everything the kids my age was. So I'm 29. So I come from like MySpace. That was my generation. So I was listening to like a lot of Lil Wayne, a lot of Lupe Fiasco, the Clips, a lot of like blog era rap, Wale, Kid Cudi, that type of shit. But like I'm grateful and fortunate that I had a bigger cousin who was like my bigger brother, and he was into like all kind of shit. So he was playing like folk music. So he put me on like Regina Spektor. He put me on like the Wombats. He put me on NERD. You feel me? So like my music taste is like kind of like a blend of that. I like to say I'm somewhere between like G Perico and Toro y Moi. You feel me? Like that's my spectrum of sound.
I like it. I mean, I'm 24,
Mm,
so I caught the tail end of the MySpace
for sure.
boom and then the
Sure.
beginning of the Facebook boom, but
Yeah, yeah.
those
I was there for all of
2000s,
that, bro. I was there
those
for
two,
all of that.
yeah, those 2000s were a different time.
Yeah, for sure. And I
You
feel
could,
like we kind of in that space now. Like, everything got like hyper, how do I want to say? Just hyper surreal with Instagram. Like nothing felt real for a really long time. And I feel like we get into a space in culture where people want like reality again. Like despite what it looked like, I know we got AI, I know we got VR and shit, but like I feel like people want real shit again. So I feel like we kind of getting back to that wave in music and culture.
Mhm. And then feeding off that is, do you think hip hop should be an inclusive or exclusive genre?
Hmm, that's a good question, bro. I mean, my instinct is to say inclusive, right? But I think exclusive to the extent that we're not welcoming people who don't respect the thing. You feel me? That's why when you ask me like how I identify, I'm a rapper. You feel me? It's a lot of people who rap who don't consider themselves rappers because they don't respect rap. You feel me? So if you don't respect rap, you can't participate in this art form. That's just it. You feel me? So inclusive to anybody who wants to participate. Like if you want to pick a mic up and start doing it, do your thing, Godspeed. But if you don't respect the history of this shit, if you don't like live and breathe this shit, like nah, we excluding you. You feel me?
Okay. So feeding off that question,
Mm,
how do you feel about like different countries with like that have their own form of rap? You have
yeah,
your rappers in Germany, your
yep,
rappers in like Korea,
yep,
you have some
yep,
in like Spain.
yep,
How does that
yep.
feel to you?
It's dope to me, like especially being like somebody from LA, like because we like in my opinion, we the mecca of this shit. Like everybody get their style from us. So like to see the style and what we made like spread across the world is beautiful. Again, it's like respect the thing. You feel me? Like as long as you show respect, then like, hey, Godspeed, bro.
Right. Now I'm gonna go to another question. This one's a little
Mm,
more personal.
for
What does
sure.
hip hop mean to you?
Shit, everything. Like that's my instinct talking to you. Like I said, I live and breathe this shit. You feel me? Like I knew I was gonna be a rapper when
All right. Can you hear me?
yeah, for sure.
All right. So, what does hip hop mean to you as someone that grew up in LA?
Mm. I say like hip hop to me as someone from LA is like it's special because like I said, like I feel like we the mecca of hip hop for real. Like if you go back to like gangster rap, like everybody sound like us in one way or another. You know, it may not be so spot on sonically, but like they style and how they carry themselves is all LA. You know what I mean? So like to know that I got the privilege of being from this place and like having a relationship to this place, like that shit mean the world to me for real, you know?
Yeah, I understand you because I remember growing up and like I think the documentary had just came out and I was like 4 years old, right? And I'm like,
Facts.
this is the best thing
Facts.
I've ever heard.
My goddad used to manage the game.
And like
You
I'm
feel
like,
me? Like my goddad really from Cedar Block. Like used to run with him type shit. So like I was there for all of that. I used to wear the Black Wall Street shirts to school. You feel me? Like that shit's cultural. You know what I mean?
because like when that came out, I'm like, dude, I'm like, I want to listen to anything like LA West Coast rap, and it's just like it's different because it's just like it's so unique where LA has its own sound, the Bay has its own sound,
And you know what
and
it is, bro? We have like an interesting mix of geography and demographic. Like think about how LA is structured. Like LA, if you like from the LA, like you know, like LA has like a really like strong street energy, but we also like next to the beach. You feel me? So like there's like a level of like laid backness that comes in our music, and the sun is always shining in LA. So it's kind of like yeah, you be on street shit and shit, but like it's kind of hard to be mad when you the sun shining every day. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like think about like somewhere like New York, like their music sound grittier than ours because they got all four seasons. Like them niggas is mad all the time. You feel me? Like it be snowing and shit. It be windy as fuck. Like, yeah, of course they sound gritty. They angry. We don't be really angry. We just, we handle shit how we handle shit. And also think about like economically. Like LA is very like segregated. You know, like you either
yeah.
got it or you don't. And the people who don't got it stay on one side, and the people who got it stay on another side. You feel me? So like you got people who live in Beverly Hills who got hella bread, and that's like a different vibe. But then you got people like where I'm from, we don't have the most, you know what I mean? But like we make do, and that's a different vibe. You feel what I'm saying? And that
Uh,
all of that spill into the music and the culture, you know?
oh, I feel you. I've been on both sides, right? Like I've had family or my mom works, Brentwood, Santa Monica. You see how they live, and then go back to where we live, like Crenshaw area. It's like it's different.
Mm. What part of
Everything's
Crenshaw?
I remember it was like I grew up there years ago because we had
Mm.
moved out to like Palmdale,
Oh yeah,
and
my
like
granny in Palmdale.
and like that's even different.
For sure, for sure. Everybody who didn't want to live in LA no more moved to Palmdale. So it's like Palmdale like a mini LA, but the desert. You feel
Yeah.
me? It's just not as popping as LA. Like it don't have a whole lot going on, you know?
Oh, I feel you. All right. The next question I want to ask is, what makes a great hip hop record in your opinion, right? Like, and this is an interesting one because a lot of people are gonna have very different opinions. Some people might say, "Hey, it has for me, it has to be the instrumental." Some people will be like, "I don't really care about what the instrumental. I want to hear what he's rapping about." Right? So, in your opinion, what makes a great hip hop record?
For me, it's a balance of things. Like it's a mix of all of that. Like the beat gotta be fire, but you also gotta be saying some shit. And I'm not saying some shit like you gotta be lyrical, smerical. Like I'm not that kind of person, but I mean, like you gotta say what you're saying with confidence, and like I gotta feel it. So however you saying it, like I gotta feel it. Like I was joking with my coworker because Kendrick laid his album fire. First off,
Yeah.
second off, he had a line where he was like, "Being bop, boom, 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 bop, bam," type of shit I'm on. You wouldn't understand. You feel me? And like he was joking, like, oh, he could just say whatever at this point. But I'm like, nah, but like he said something. You feel me? Like, yeah, just because he didn't communicate in a language that you understood, don't mean that he didn't say nothing. You feel me? So like, it's all about your confidence for me. Your confidence, um, your delivery, and like how that work with the beat, because they have to be in unison, right? Like, how many times you didn't heard like a fire beat, but somebody was rapping trash on it? You feel me? Or vice versa, like you get like a really trash beat, but somebody really doing their shit on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a balance, bro.
Yeah, yeah, for me, it's the same way. Like, I have to like it's a balance. Like the instrumental could be good, but person like rapping is not on beat or it's just like he's not really saying something.
Hmm.
It's like I get looked at as like an old head compared to my friends because I still listen to 2000 rap. Your Lloyd Banks, I love Lloyd Banks, right?
Hmm.
And you know how New York rap was.
Yeah,
They had
it's
those
different.
hard hitting
Different. Like I
beats.
said, bro, them niggas is dealing with snow all the time. Like them niggas is rapping angry. You feel me?
Yep. And it's like you said, it's everyone's different, but for you and I, we agree on that point where it's like it has to be the right balance.
For sure. For sure.
Right. What was your favorite track off that Kendrick album?
Damn.
It's okay to
Uh,
say, like a lot of them were good. They're very unique.
I mean, all of them was fire for real, but the one I keep going back to is Peekaboo. Yeah, that joint with AZ Chike. Like it's just cool to hear Kendrick on that type of flow. Like, Kendrick is like me. You know what I'm saying? Like Kendrick is the kind of person like who care about the integrity of hip hop. So I think the the majority of his career, he focused on being a really great rapper, where I feel like he already approved himself by this point, so he got to like play with like different styles. You feel me? Because I think that to hear him like run with like an AZ Chike flow or to run with a Draco flow, it's like, what? You know what I mean? Like that's Kendrick Lamar and he on that type of shit. Like it's just like that in itself was remarkable. You know what I mean? So I say like just from the merit alone, like Peekaboo is like my favorite shit on that whole thing.
Yeah, that was like I said, the album to me is very good, and a lot of people are always they're gonna say, I don't like the beat selection, I don't like this.
For
I'm like, if
sure.
you're not from the West Coast and you didn't grow up on,
It's not for you. It's
yeah,
not your album, which is cool. He gave you five other albums that were for you. Like, we got this one, bro. Chill out.
hmm. All right, moving on to the next one. How did you feel like hip hop was the right genre to express yourself as an artist, or primarily for you as a rapper?
That's a really good question, bro. Um, I feel like hip hop chose me for real. Like, I really didn't have a choice. Like I said, when I was 9, I knew I would rap. And mind you, I had never rapped before. Like, but I remember telling myself at 9, like, I'm gonna be a rapper. You know what I mean? And I'm fortunate that, like, again, I come from LA, and LA is such a hip hop centric place. We the Mecca for real, in my opinion. I'm gonna die on that hill, in that everybody rap, bro. Like
Yep,
me and my cousin, not my cousin, my god brother, we had a rap group when we was 11 called the Young Stunners, and we recorded our first song. You feel me? Like in a professional studio at 11. You feel me? So like I come from that, and I come from like beating on the table. Like we was like beatboxing or grinding. That's an infamous
yep.
beat. Like we was freestyling over that as kids. You know what I mean? So like hip hop was always around. So when I decided to take music seriously, I feel like hip hop was just natural for me. But to tangent off of that, like I feel like I got more to me than hip hop. Like I'm not bigger than hip hop. I'll be very clear about that. Like I'm always rooted in hip hop and rap and the integrity of the art form. I also feel like there's so many other different kinds of sounds that I'm capable of. Like I said, my spectrum is somewhere between G Perico and Toro y Moi. Them is two totally different sounds. You feel what I'm saying? But like sonically, I can exist on that space and that spectrum. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, because hip hop is a unique world where it's basically a mashup of so many different genres before, right? You have your funk, your you have your funk, your soul music, your psychedelic funk, and it's like it's been all like jazz and blues, and it's like hip hop is just that one thing where everything works out right. You mash it together, you can have two different sounds, like you're saying, it's two different spectrums, and you feel that's how you are, and I feel like hip hop is the right genre for that,
For sure. For sure.
right? I have two more questions.
For sure.
For you, what what do you feel about in hip hop lately? Has it been a positive for you or a negative when you listen to the new stuff?
It's always positive for me, bro. Like to me, I'm not one of them people that's like, oh, hip hop gotta sound a certain way. Like, nah, like that's what keep our shit fresh. You know what I mean? Like, again, we're a cultural formulation. So like culture has to evolve. You feel me? It's always gonna reflect the youth. You know what I mean? So what the kids is on, like my little cousin be on like Can, Samad, Cardi, Destroy Lonely, like them type of dudes. You feel me? So I'm listening to that. And I think that their rap is just as valuable. Like I think Cardi one of the best rappers out right now, hands down. You know what I mean? And I know that's contrary to like what a lot of quote unquote purists would feel, but like we got to keep this shit fresh, bro. So like when I listen to dudes, I don't feel negative ways about them. Like if anything, I'm always looking for integrity. You know, like what's your relationship to the art form? Do you really care about this shit? If you really care about this shit, then you good in my book, bro.
All right. Yeah, no, for same way for me, it's like I see it as a positive as much as people are gonna be like, I don't like it. It's trash this. And it's like I went to like my high school primarily black, right? I went to Palmdale High,
Mm.
and I played football there, and it's like you're in the weight room. What is people are bumping stuff you've never heard of before. Like I remember like finding out a rapper he went by Skipper the Flipper
Oh, for
at the
sure. For
and it's
sure.
like when you're like 14, 15, you're like, who's this?
For sure.
And like you said, it's always the youth because it's like they keep it going.
Always. It's
I,
always in the hands of the youth, bro. Like, and if you stay with the youth, like you always gonna stay young in this shit. You know what I mean? Like we always gonna have our time in the sun. You know, my homie told me every man gonna have 10 years in the sun. You know what I mean? So like when my 10 years set, it's gonna be another kid coming up on his 10. Like, and I'm gonna make way for him. You know what I mean? And help him make sure he absorb the sun the right way. You know what I mean? That's just how the shit supposed to go, bro.
oh yeah, you're just saying some poetic stuff at this point.
Mm. Thank you, bro.
Uh, Last question. This refers back to the beginning, but who were the biggest people influencing your work within hip hop?
Mm. Within hip hop, well, like my instincts say I gotta respect my family first. Like I said, my big cousin James, like he the reason my sound and like my ears the way it is. Like I said, if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't have found the sounds that I found. You know what I mean? So like I gotta congratulate and like just give flowers to my cousin. And then I gotta give same flowers and congratulations to my little cousin because he keep me young in this shit. And like them the two niggas who always like told me to keep going. You know, like keep it G, bro. I just started taking music seriously. Like just started taking it seriously. Because I never believed. I never believed in this shit. But like them was the two dudes that was always like, nah, bro, like you gotta keep going. So before I even get to the music, like, I gotta say them first and foremost. You know what I mean? But onto the music, like my top five keep me going. Like my top five is Dom, it's Nip, it's G Perico, it's O3 Greedo, and Tyler the Creator. You feel me? Like that's my Mount Rushmore of like rap. And me personally, like my goal when it's all said and done, I'm third best out the West. You feel me? Remember I said this, like mark this interview, like I'm
Yeah.
third. You feel me? I'm right behind Kenny and Tyler. So for me, like looking at them dudes and the example they set, like that's what keep me going. Cause I gotta step up. You feel me? Them is big names. And I gotta be just as good, if not better than them, you know?
I like it. I like the top five. It's like you said, the West is you can be different parts and you put a very distinct sound for your top five. They're
For
not
sure
all
that.
it's hip hop, but it's not like just one distinct genre.
For sure that. For sure that.
It, Honestly, it's been a great time talking to you. I will make sure I plug everything in. Your music, your Twitter, Instagram, all that, trying to get you as much exposure. I'm just letting you know in this class, there's a lot of good producers up and coming. I'll try to get you in contact with them, believe it or not, because that's the LA, right? The LA way is like, you helped me, I gotta help, I gotta pass it on, right? That's
For
one
sure
thing a
that.
lot of people don't realize about the LA rap scene. It's always everyone helps each other.
For sure that. For sure that. And I appreciate your time, bro. I truly do.
Yep. Any final remarks? Anything else you want to say?
Yeah. Hey, let's drop this interview. Let's put it on like YouTube or something.
All right, it's
You
going
know?
straight on YouTube. I'm gonna edit it
Yeah.
and get it up by tomorrow.
Yeah. Throw that shit on YouTube, man. And again, I appreciate your time, bro. I'm gonna say this for the record, bro. I think you asked some really thoughtful questions. I don't know if you've considered this kind of thing, but I think you should consider some kind of time in like hip hop journalism because you have a pace and a way of talking that's easy to speak to and speak with. But again, you also ask like really thoughtful questions. So this really didn't feel like a drag. You know what I mean? So I really appreciate you.
I always talk it up to all the times I played in sports, right? I played football in high school, and you have different personalities, and then I played, college baseball, and it's like it's you got to find a way to merge all different type of personalities, right? But thank you for everything.
Sure.
Uh, I'm gonna let you go, and like I said, I'm gonna plug everything I can.
For
like
sure.
Spotify, Apple Music,
For sure.
whatever you're on.
I send you some links after this and stay in touch, bro. Like just keep in
I,
touch.
I will.
Show that.
Thank you for everything.
Always, bro.
Yeah, have a good day.
All right, peace.